pointing to another world will never stop vice among us. Shedding light over this world can alone help us. Walt Whitman. Good evening, everybody. So some things started nagging on me, and I thought I'd go ahead and make a video about it. Interestingly enough, it was yesterday, Friday. I went turkey hunting in the morning, or I tried going turkey hunting. I was 35 minutes out to a WMA wildlife management area. And I got onto a county road. So if I went straight, it would have been a dirt road, and dirt roads aren't looking too good around here in Nebraska. So I took a left, and taking a left, it was paved. And of course, there's just farmland, some grazing land, a lot of cows. And well, I passed 2 deer that got ran over. So I stopped, reversed back, got out, took a look. And well, they were pretty fresh, so, and dead. And I go, what the heck? I took the smaller one, which was the one that seemed a little bit most limber, and cut up some deer. My wife jokes that I am officially a redneck. What was cool is a fella, he's a neighbor named Muhammad Ali, interestingly enough, rode on a little bike. It was like a girl's bike, and said, "Hey, what are you gonna do with the antlers?" And I couldn't understand him, but I told him get closer, and what he wanted with the antlers is to send it to people in Cuba that he knew. He's Cuban. He's from Miami, moved over here to work. And anyways, that's an odd segue, huh? But I've got, fresh venison. I've never tried venison. Weird. As a unsuccessful hunter, I seem to have venison. So I've been watching a lot of videos. The thing is, I've never really been preparing to hunt deer, because it's just me and my family are vegetarians. We only hunt or fish for the meat that we eat. And well, deer would be something quite massive for a family of 4 vegetarians who only eat what you hunt. And what if we don't like venison, right? My wife, when I first met her, she says she didn't really like red meat. So that's why it's usually been fish and hunting for turkey. Well, we'll see how deer tastes. And my daughter's excited. She's really excited. And I've been watching a lot of videos and reading up on a lot of things about, you want to process the deer a certain way. You've got 3 different methods, and you want the enzymes to break down. That way you get the full tenderness and stuff like that before you cook it, and also before you freeze it up. So that might be a whole nother story, but let's move off from that and get to the topic at hand. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of oddness. First, let's just go to the controllers. The controllers, of course, are going to be the mainstream, whether it's going to be NASA or mainstream corporate media, because that's their that's their head of the snake, I guess. Well, at least the mouthpiece. Let's just say that. And then you've got a couple of more mainstream alt. See, the whole thing about this is they're going full tilt. Full tilt in poker terms is you lost a couple of hands, and well, you're just gonna pretty much play any hand. And I mean, you got beat back pretty bad. So now they're pulling every trick in the book, every weapon that they have, every chip in their stack. They're just pushing it all in. They're going, you know what? Mainstream corporate media, push it in. Government, if you're talking about it, push the flat Earth narrative. The the people pushing flat Earth are crazy, insane, whatever. And you've got the alt, what I call the sellouts, Logan Paul Logan, whatever his name is, and you got more. Another one into the mix. Well, of course, you've got Netflix going into it. You've got Alex Jones won't touch it. You know, that's the one conspiracy theory he won't touch. Joe Rogan, he won't go for it. He's like, no. They'll talk about reptilians. You know, flat Earth, no way. And let's see. The Nerdist was someone recent. They did a exclusive sneak peek at Planet Earth, and Nerdist, of course, is April 1st, 2019, so it's probably a prank. But 2.6 million subscribe. I mean, it's not as much as Paul Logan. Let's see. Yeah, but Nerdist, they're actually kind of funny, but you know, of course, that's not very funny. It's like you got all this other stuff. Look, let's go back 2 weeks. Toy Story 4, Stranger Things 3, Fox, Marvel, Netflix. Here's Pokemon, Jordan Peele, The Twist, new Endgame posters, Shazam, Hellboy, Star Wars, Marvel, Dumbo, Zack Snyder, Clegane Bowl, Game of Thrones, Flat Earth. Game of Thrones, Avengers, Game of Thrones, Joker, Avengers, more Avengers, Justice League, Shazam. You see where I'm getting at? They went out of their way to just focus on flat Earth for a day, even though it was April Fool's. They're throwing everything they can at it, and it's obvious. And what's weird, and of course we know that YouTube and Google, they mess with the algorithms, so you know, only 67,000 views. That's not that much. Not right now. It's only been 5 days. It's still a lot. The Guardian 2 months ago. Tech Insider 1.5 million views a year ago. Of course, the Paul Logan Engineering Explained. Right. These are the Wisecrack. You know, I talked about Wisecrack doing a lot of stuff on Flat Earth. They did a live stream, which you can't see because it's unlisted, but they did another one on March 30th. Flat Earth, What Makes Real Science, Wisecrack Edition, 2.5 million. You know, you get a couple of channels that have about 2 to 5 million subscribers. You're gonna hit quite a number of people that watch it. And of course, BuzzFeed, National Geographic, those would be more of the mainstream, ABC News, etc., etc., Vice News. I think, didn't they go bankrupt? Anyways, that's, again, the controllers and then the sellouts. Now we've got the no face, no name agents. Parallel Portal, I like some of his stuff. You know, the thing is, when you're in the conspiracy theory rabbit holes and the research that you go through, you're gonna watch a lot of videos, and a lot of people who've done the research for certain conspiracy theories, they've done their research. And you're like, hey, that's pretty good presentation on a subject. And so, of course, I'll subscribe and hit the notification bell. I take information wherever it comes from. I don't care if it is a sellout, if it is a conspiracy theorist, or if it's mainstream, whatever. That information that they have based on whatever position that they are, I hold on to it, take it into account. Again, you're gonna see parallel portal, hitting flat Earth. There's a couple of others that hit flat Earth pretty badly. Mark Passio, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, hit flat Earth, saying, "No, flat Earth is a psyop. It's the what was it? Tavistock Institute, CIA psyop." He said he'd done his research. He did his research. And he found that no, it's a psyop. Which makes me question. I don't like Mark Passio's stuff. I gleaned a lot of good information on it, and I'm like, well, if you did your research and that's your conclusion, I don't know if anything that you've researched for the stuff that you do know quite well that I don't know is worth anything anymore, right? And so parallel portal, there's a couple of others. Tim Osmond a couple of days ago, April 3rd. I'm surprised he didn't. I think it'd be too obvious it's April 1st. He goes, now I'm a flat earther, just like Paul Logan. Now, what happens after he becomes a flat earth proponent? He starts, he says, all right, beyond the imaginary curve, kicked out of flat earth. And he promotes conspiracy cats. So, which is just another, again, Timothy Osman. It's not Osman. No name, no face, no, he's got a Joker. Timothy Osman, if you actually look it up without the extra S, it's going to be the conspiracy theory for Osama bin Laden. You're never going to see this guy's face on video. You never get his real name. And then someone asked me a question. And the question goes, wow, there's that. Okay, so this is Alexander. And again, Alexander, I always look. Sometimes, I always usually check. Sometimes I don't reply to people, but this person seems to be, he's got a lot of subscribers. He could probably be another no name, no face agent. I don't know. I give people the benefit of the doubt. There's a lot of agents, no name, no faces, that I talk to that come on my Zoom, and I'm fine talking with them. At the end, it's a lot like trying to convert a dog who has a bad master who treats it poorly. Dog is loyal. You're gonna give dogs that. Dogs are loyal, and agents are much like dogs in that way, very loyal. They can be treated badly, they can be paid poorly, whatever it is, they're still gonna be loyal, and eventually you're gonna, I won't say I'll be the new master. I don't like even saying that, but it's just like, hey, here's freedom for you. Here's what it's like to not have a bad master. And they're gonna be like, oh man, wow, this is what it's like to be free of someone controlling you. This feels good. Wow, I didn't know it was so bad before. It was the only thing I knew. Well, switch sides. So why is it so important to you if someone doesn't show his face on YouTube? For your information, Crow777 did show his face from the clip on March 9th of the channel. I didn't know. I guess I gotta go look. Maybe it was by accident. But again, you don't know his name. Here's so why Crow 777 comes up is, well, he did had a solar telescope and made an observation of another circular object in the sky and called it the invisible sun, which kind of delves into the black sun stuff. Interesting, again, but again, not proof. And I'm not saying that's good or bad, just something that you have to think about. And my reply is, because information needs a face. Secret agencies, societies, and organizations use undisclosed and anonymous as they prefer working in the shadows. Times like these also needs bravery. It's not like the controllers of the masses doesn't know who Crow 77 is anyway. So whatever his reasons for hiding himself, it's not for protection against the controllers. It's pretty simple. And right, that's the easiest logic. People know who I am. People see my face. The FBI came knocking at my door, talking to me. They know who I am. They know where I live. People know where I live. I live in Columbus, Nebraska. Heck, ask for the Korean guy. He's like, hey, you know where the Korean guy is? Yeah, they probably know. I live somewhere around yonder. Oh, hi, Brenda. Nice way to get yourself kicked out. And see ya. No one cares who you are. No one knows who you are. I bet you don't make videos. I bet you don't show your face. I bet that ain't your real name. Bye-bye. Again, another agent. Here's another thing. Oh, this is why I love these no-name agents. And this is what I question a lot. It's just weird. Is why are you hanging around my channel? My channel has no subscribers. Look, I have 1,190 subscribers. You know how many people are watching right now? 9 people. And that's a good day. This is a good day where people are actually watching. Usually it's like 3 or 4. So it makes me think. It's like, why are the controllers, and of course they're not going to have a big name representative. They're not going to have mainstream media or something cover me. They're not going to have a big name alt media personnel cover me. I'm not big enough. They're going to get the little trolls to come, the little agents to come and bother me. It's like, really? Why? I mean, don't I need to get a threshold? Maybe if I had 100 or 200 people who are watching me while I live streamed, it would make sense. Maybe if I had 10,000 subscribers, maybe it might make sense to start doing something. But really, right at the bat, I've been doing hundreds of videos. I'd say at least 800, probably 900 videos. 100 to 200 videos have been taken down. Copyright strike, whatever it is. And typically it's something where it goes, hey, free yourself. Don't have controllers. If you think it's impossible, well, it's not impossible. People who start believing, they don't keep searching because they think they found what it is. They think they know. It doesn't matter anything else. They found the answer, so they don't need to go looking anymore. And there's people who go, they're never going to find the answer, so they never start the search because they've already determined that they're never going to find an answer. Therefore, they're never going to find an answer. And I'm with a very few minority that are going, you know what? Whether or not we find the answer or not, we're going to keep searching. And if we search something and we think it's the truth or it's what it is, we can't stop there because it might not be. And we keep looking because once you start following any of those two paths, game over. That's what the controllers want. That's why you have this duality. And that's what I always look at. I look at every time I want to get information off of something or someone. It's like, what are they stating in the end? Okay. They go on, well, I'm sorry, so 13,000 subscribers, 410 people watching. They go, hey, if you're researching into all this stuff and listening to me, flat earth ain't real, it's a psyop, whatever. Going back to the controls, they want you to keep listening to him on whatever authority that he's presenting for the conspiracy theory. These controllers love gatekeepers. I think what they're trying to find right now is the gatekeeper to flat earth. They want someone who everyone will listen to in the flat earth thing. The thing is, we don't need a gatekeeper. Get rid of gatekeepers. Anyone who's trying to hype themselves up as a gatekeeper to anything, and especially flat earth, you pretty much say, hey, this guy's probably a sellout. I mean, no gatekeeper is going to be someone who has no name, no face. It's never going to be an agent that's going to be a gatekeeper. It doesn't work. It never works that way. Agents have their purpose. They go out there, they cause ruckus, they cause people to stop doing what they're doing before they get big enough where they have to have someone who's sold out, who's become a paid shill, whatever it is, to challenge that person. Or, of course, you've got a bunch of people who work at just stemming whatever it is and making it really hard for people to watch. That's what YouTube is pretty good at. 10 views. Dank. I bet you dank. I don't know. Let's see. You live in Columbus, Ohio. That really doesn't do much. 23 subscribers, no content, cat picture, most likely an agent. And again, as with most agents, why do you even bother watching? It's not like you're stopping me. I mean, you could talk with all the other agents out there. It's like, how are we going to get this Ebon Kim guy to stop talking about flat earth and controllers and all this other stuff where if people are listening, they're like, oh man, this guy makes a lot of sense. And yet, I've only got less than 1,200 subscribers, less than 11 people watching. Anyways, I do like a lot of people who keep up with the flat earth. It's not an easy thing, I tell you that. It's not easy at all. And I'm sure the bigger channels, the people who have a lot more viewers, they get hit harder. Heck, I see with Nathan Oakley, people just going crazy on his chat, and I think he likes it. It's actually good because he gets a lot more views, he gets more notice. Now, whenever you watch any of these videos and you listen to their proof or evidence, whatever, they don't quite get it. And it's like, oh man, flat earthers are idiots. Here's the thing. We were all flat earthers pretty much. I wouldn't say, maybe not all, maybe 99.9% of flat earthers came from the globe earth model. That was our narrative. That was the indoctrination. No one indoctrinated people unless you're like really remote out and you kind of either you are like what some of us are now, where we teach our children is like, hey, think critically. The public education, everyone else is going to say, this is this. No questions asked. And for us as parents, to the awakened reality that we find ourselves in, it's look, it's okay to question. It's always okay to question. And those who say that it's not okay to question are people who you should not listen to. everything that anyone does, it's okay to question it. Asking questions is great. It's what makes progress in a good, positive way. Because if there's no one to question a decision, anyone can make a bad decision. And anyone who does make a bad decision and you don't step up and say, hey, that's a bad decision, and you choose not to say that or do that, then you are partaking in that bad decision. So always speak up, speak out, ask questions, and you know what? Even the mainstream people who look up to a lot of famous higher authority figures and elitists, Richard Feynman, for example. Hey, I think there was even a quote saying, hey, if you want to sound good or whatever, just memorize a bunch of quotes. Richard Feynman says, I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. Great quote. And I'll take quotes from anywhere and anyone, even if it's worth it. I mean, heck, what was that? Joseph Goebbels, probably the scum of the earth. Great quote that he had. Tell a lie big enough. You know what I'm talking about. So that's that. You're seeing the entire system throwing everything they can at Flat Earth. And it's been just getting crazier and crazier. And they're not going to stop. Not until there's a gateway. A person who becomes the gateway to Flat Earth. And who is that going to be? I don't know. But is it going to be Logan Paul Logan, whatever his name is? And have that guy, the biggest troll out there who's not talented. It's like if he had a sex tape, at least he has an excuse. Like Kim Kardashian, but he doesn't have that. I mean, the trolls should be funny. And there's too many trolls out there. There's so many people trying to be trolls, trying to be funny. It's like, man, that's not very good. I mean, there's some good trolls out there that are funny. And here's the thing about trolls, and this is a good one. You see trolls hitting the small channels like mine, like people who are slightly bigger might have 10,000 people. Live streams might have 40, 50 viewers. They still hit them. But you know who the trolls never hit? The ones who live stream with thousands of viewers, hundreds of viewers to thousands of viewers, and the mainstream corporate media, and they're always like MAGA this or Pepe this and whatever. You know what? They don't troll authority. Have you noticed that? They don't troll authority. Of course, authority makes it so that they don't have access anyways. For example, you're never going to get on the panel for NASA, or you're never going to get on a panel for BuzzFeed or Big Think or National Geographic or even ABC News. They're not going to allow you that. But alternative shows out there, they will allow you access. They'll give you call-ins, whatever. But you don't really see the trolls go there either. It's like, oh, no. Let's not focus on hitting the big guys who do this. Let's focus on the small guys. Yeah. Because that's what's get views. We trolled Ebon Kim. People are out there going, who's Ebon Kim? He makes videos. He's got 1,100 subscribers, probably like 8 people viewing. It's like 7 of us are the trolls. It's like, oh, well, good job. Was it funny? Not really. It's like, oh, okay. That's what you're spending your time on. So there's like, look at this. Look at all these subscriptions. These are live. You're not going to troll these guys. You're going to troll Ebon Kim. I hope you're getting paid decently. Because that's not going to last very long, especially when you're not doing your job very well. I mean, you're failing at this. You can't even take a guy who has 9 people watching live right now, 1,100 subscribers. You can't get him off with your trolling. You can't get him offline. You can't make him stop videos. It's like, what are we paying you for? You've got one job. Not only that, why are we assigning 5 of you guys to him? Why can't one of you guys do it? Well, I can't do it alone. I need these other people to do it for me. Oh, okay. So have you gotten him to stop making these videos yet? Oh, no, we're working on that. It's just tough because yada, yada, yada. Might be Owen Benjamin, Dank. Who knows? The thing is, he hasn't sold out yet. He never said he would sell out. So I wouldn't say that's a possibility at all. That's just my opinion. Like, let's see. Joe Rogan coulda. He would say he would. He swore to God that he would sell out. If the CIA came and told him everything, he said he would lie to his mother, and then of course another person, Jimmy Dore, but he's progressive news comedian. He's not gonna take up flat Earth. So at best I would say Paul Logan. I mean, if people could figure out his real name or how to pronounce it or get it in the right order, I think it might be him. But I don't know if he's smart enough. He's not funny enough either. He gets the millennial crowd, I guess. But I think they'd be bored of flat Earth pretty quick because I don't think his flat Earth stuff is funny. Maybe I don't think even his viewers think it's funny. I think they'd rather have him pranking on a lot more stuff that's more outrageous because like everybody's doing flat Earth. There's been people saying it's probably Mark Sargent that's gonna be. He's pretty sharp, that Mark. He is. I don't know. The thing is, I did watch a lot of his flat Earth clues. It was helpful. I don't think I needed all of it. It made me think about it, but again, 2 things. One is access. Anyone could go and have an interview with him. Not many people do that, so that's a good one that's a +1 for Mark. The down part, he has his flat Earth model part, which is kind of like a flat Earth society. He's got ideas. He's got assertions of a flat Earth model. I don't agree. That's not the best way to go for it. I think it's you're proposing the same problem as the globe Earth model has. And the second one, or the third one, that was the second. Third one, I would say, is you don't have to break down, and a lot of people are going to agree with me. Marty Leeds probably disagrees with me, is that they say you need about 100 hours of videos and research to look into flat Earth and to understand flat Earth. No. To me, I'd say an hour at most of researching on your own, not on flat Earth, but on the globe Earth model, the official narrative for the globe Earth model. Just follow it down. Watch any of these. I think the best is to, they're going to tell you exactly why flat Earth is debunked, or that proving that the Earth is not flat, etc. Or they're going to, of course, make something that's a spoof. So just go ahead and research all of it. It's all there. Just look look exactly at where they tell you. It's pretty simple. For example, yeah, this took, I would say, about an hour. You know, if I took the time to figure out how long all of this took to write, this took an hour. So, and this is just Google. Just use Google. Don't use DuckDuckGo. Just use Google. Go ahead and look up Wikipedia. Click on any of the first top 3, maybe even top 5 if you want, results that come about when you type in, you know, who first discovered the Earth is flat and all this other stuff, and who calculated the radius of the Earth and all of this, and then just go and investigate it. What are some key words up there? And I think the biggest one for me, and of course, all of this wasn't what convinced me. What convinced me was the Stephen Hawking and 3 birds, and of course, all you have to do is go and watch that, and you'll probably be convinced. You don't have to watch 100 hours worth of videos or have 100 hours worth of research. I think that's a thing that might be pushed by ill will. You know, I don't think people who think it has to take 100 hours are agents or sellouts or whatever. I just think that's what they think. The thing is, it doesn't take 100 hours. It didn't take me 100 hours. I watched a lot of stuff. I wasn't convinced. All it took was just an hour show, but it was just pretty much 15 minutes into it, and I was like, what? Wait, did they fake this? Rewind, slow it down. Oh crap, they faked the result. All right, something ain't right here. Something's rotten in Denmark. And then people will keep arguing, because I'm arguing for globe Earth model. I'm taking the side of globe Earth model. I'm a flat earther, but I'm going to take the side of globe Earth model, because the people who take that side of the globe Earth model, who believe that the Earth is a globe, they don't know anything about why it's a globe. They just see a photo and say, hey, look, NASA, they took a photo. It's a globe. Proof. End of story. Good night. And then when you go NASA, they go, okay, who first proved that the Earth was a globe? And then you got Eratosthenes, where they always have in the conversation is proving, because he got the radius of the Earth without ever leaving Alexandria, and gives his reasons. And then they say, well, there's 5 assumptions, five important assumptions, and one of them was that the Earth is a sphere. In order to get the radius, first you have to make sure that the what you're measuring is a globe, is round ball, is a perfect sphere, because without that, you're not going to get a radius of anything, right? And people don't realize that. They don't even look at it. They go, oh, blah, 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 that assumption needs to be there. It's like, well, how did he know that the Earth was a sphere? Like, he never left Alexandria, so how did he know? He just had to assume to get the measurement of the radius. And, well, if you just get that out of the way, you've got 4 important assumptions. Less assumptions, the better. And then, you don't have Earth as a sphere. You don't have a radius. You just get, the rest of this stuff. And then you have to go further back. So, okay, Eratosthenes. Well, how did he know that the Earth was a perfect sphere? Well, Aristarchus. It always goes to Aristarchus. Well, what did Aristarchus find? The same thing that everyone else assumed. Aristotle and Anaxagoras and Pythagoras. You just look at the sky. Shadow cast on the moon. Of course, it could be a flat disk. Even NASA says it. But then they go, well, it's got to be a globe, because globe, any position that you're viewing it from, is going to cast that curve on that shadow. And then they'll have to add in that, hey, the Earth spins, and of course, if a disc is spinning, it's not going to cast a perfect sphere shadow on the moon. Anyways, all that jazz. The thing is, all you have to do is just prove once whatever observation that they have, because again, all of this are observations. They're not scientific methods. When did the scientific come about? Oh, well, Francis Bacon and crew was the first to formalize the concept of a true scientific method, copied from Google search result, probably from Wikipedia. And I'm taking it from all that because, you know what, I'm not going to take a source from, I'm going to take the source from NASA, I'm going to take the source from government.gov, and I'm going to take the source of whatever's first results in Google, first, second, or third, Wikipedia included. Those are the sources I'm taking it from, because that's the source that everyone else takes it from. That's how they're going to present the globe Earth model. That's the official narrative. So all of this, I gather it from these sources and not from some conspiracy website, some flat Earth website, etc. Just take it from the horse's mouth. And, I'll present all of this stuff whenever I talk to a globe Earth person, because I'm going to ask them, so how much do you know about the globe Earth model? And if they don't know any of this stuff, I already won. It's like, I know your position better than you do, and you're still arguing about it. So what are you even arguing about again? You don't even know the material to argue with. And this doesn't even need to go to NASA. NASA and everything else, they're just gatekeepers again, controllers. They want you to go one way or another. It's sheep herding 101. It's like you've got a whole bunch of sheep, cows, whatever, goyim, whatever you want to call it. They go, hey, let's take them over here. We need to move them over here. Hey, we got some stragglers. Hey, can you guys pick up those stragglers? Hey, there's too many stragglers over here. Okay, send a good sheep herder or cowboy, whatever you want to call it, and guide them back, or just go get them over to the other side. Just get them all over to the other side. It's fine. Just get them that way. And then you got all these other little mini stragglers out there, and it's like, oh, great. Hey, dog, go get that one, bring it back. Hey, you don't have a horse, whatever, just figure out a way to get that one straggler back. And my question is, why is it so important to get every straggler? That's the thing. It's like, why is it so important to try to get every little straggler back to a control system? Why is it so important that every one of them has to be accounted for? Because really, what does it matter if one gets away? What's so important about one getting away or not getting away? And that's what gets me the most, because I would probably I would say, and I don't want an ego involved, it's just ones that I see is like consistently making videos and long videos and trying to improve videos and talking to everybody, trying to get interviews, and never had any money whatsoever. Even though I've tried, I'm not saying I haven't tried. I've tried. I've just given money away pretty much. And why are they trying so hard to keep me from just being on my own? Why do they want me to follow another controller? Why is it so important? It's like there's 7 billion people out there. and someone who makes videos where 7 people are now watching out of 1,100 subscribers, it's important to keep this one. Can't let this one get away. Is it because, hey, if we can let this one get away, we get bigger fries out there that'll get away. So we got to get this guy. Is that what it is? Is that the reasoning? That doesn't seem very good. But again, these are the same people that can't control anything. I mean, they mess up. They can't even fight wars correctly. They can't even manage their money. Billions of dollars, trillions. They can't even fix an election correctly and get away with it. They can't do a lot of things. So it's like, well, that's what gets me. Anyways, that is what gets me. Hello, Why Curious. Thanks. I'm glad someone's watching the show. That's it. I wanted to keep that short, and again, short for me is apparently 47 minutes. Anyways, everyone have a good night and be good.